Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So today's video was originally going to be a few more rumours, this, that and the other, but then the confirmation of the departure of Elliot Embleton was confirmed this morning. It was rumoured to happen over the last couple of days, but given now it has been totally confirmed and concluded, his sale or his departure to Blackpool, I thought that this one absolutely deserves its own video, and I don't want to mix it in with random rumours and the usual sort of rumour mill we go through with videos recently. So this is going to be totally dedicated to Elliot Embleton. I think it deserves its own video as well. So of course it has been concluded, it has been confirmed that Elliot Embleton has finally left the club after I think 7 years or 8 years after his debut for the club. He's been with the club since he was a child. You know, I'll give you my thoughts first and foremost, and then I'll have a look at the statement and Elliot's sort of farewell statement as well, which it's a little bit of an emotional one. It's bittersweet, I guess, because in my opinion, with Elliot Embleton, and I've been very, very consistent with the way I have described and spoke about Elliot Embleton over the years. You can trace videos over the last few years with Elliot Embleton, and regardless of the league we're in, I've always said the exact same thing with Elliot Embleton, and I've always said that a fully fit Elliot Embleton absolutely brings value to the squad. And even in the Championship now, I still stand by that statement. But sadly, his injury record is horrendous, which is through no fault of his own. Of course, it's just absolutely god-awful luck. It's tragic luck. And, you know, he's played, since his debut, I think he's played just under 100 games, shy of 100 games. And granted, he's had loan spells here and there. But you're largely, on average, going to get like 15, 16 games out of Elliot Embleton, and in terms of his ability, you can't say that he doesn't have any. But half the games when he is coming back from an injury, it is just that. He's trying to get himself back from injury. And then some people might argue, and I've seen it online, some people will argue, he just needs to run the games. But how many times have we said that with Elliot Embleton? As much as I do believe, and again, I think not just adds value to the squad from like a monetary value, he adds value with his skill, his technical ability, and just his ability in general. He's two-footed. His service is usually very good. It is very good, very creative, very positive, very forward-thinking, very direct with it when he's on the ball. And I love that about Elliot Embleton. But sadly, every time over the several years now, every time we say the same thing, he just needs to run the games and he'll be fine. Every time we do that, he's out for a season. Or he's out for 6 months, 7 months, or however long the injury is. Every time we give him said run of games, he gets injured, which again isn't his fault. So as much as I love to disagree with the hierarchy at the club, and I know a lot of you guys love to see me scream and shout and piss and moan at the club, I do actually agree with this one. If this happened 2 years ago, I'd probably be a bit more pissed off because I might think, right, okay, we need to give him another chance. But again, I keep on saying it's through no fault of his own because it isn't. But every time we have given him that opportunity, he's got injured, which is so, so sad, and it feels wasted. And I genuinely, hand on heart, hope to God he has got over his injuries now, and I would love nothing more than to see him put on a Blackpool shirt and just absolutely rinse League One and smash it and fulfil his career, and fulfil his potential, because he has bags of it. Again, he's a two-footed player, creative. He can be exciting to watch. But the only thing that we have to go off, particularly this pre-season, is he's a lad who's gone a season and a half basically without kicking a ball, essentially. And then people kind of jumping on that, saying he's looked shit this pre-season. But that's what you're going to get when you haven't played for so long. But that's it with Elliot Embleton. You're always playing catch-up. So it's hard for him to get into the squad when his first sort of run of games he gets is usually after the back of a massive injury, and you need a run of games to get back from that anyway. But then as soon as you get those run of games, he's injured again. So it's really, really sad, but I do genuinely hope, hand on heart, as I say, that he does get over it. But I think it is the right move. And, I will never forget, and I'll always be massively grateful for that goal at Wembley against Wickham in the final, the League One playoff final. That rocket of a shot, and I'll never forget hearing the ball smash the back of the net and the roar that followed by Wembley and the Sunderland faithful at Wembley. That was a moment I will never forget, and I'm sure it's a moment he'll never forget as well. So I'm truly, truly grateful for Elliot Embleton and the memory he's give me and everyone else with that. So he goes with nothing but my best wishes anyway. And again, I hope he does incredibly well. So I'm trying not to get too soppy, but it is sad. It is genuinely sad. Like I said, I do think a fully fit Embleton can contribute even within this squad, but he's never going to get the game time he needs and maybe deserves. And not because I don't think he's good enough, just because it's going to take a long time for him to get back from injury and to get back to fighting form and to come back from such a heavy injury. It isn't easy, and he knows that. He's done it ample times. But anyway, we'll go on to his statement and the club's statement. So the club have said, Sunderland AFC today confirmed the departure of long-serving player Elliot Embleton from Academy of Light graduate to Wembley Stadium hero. The midfielder's move to Blackpool brings an end to his 19-year association with the Black Cats. Embleton made 92 appearances in red and white after making his debut for the club in December 2017, scoring 11 goals and contributing 9 assists. His time on Wayside reached its crescendo in May 22 on an unforgettable afternoon in the capital. With 12 minutes played at Wembley Stadium, the 25-year-old picked up the ball in his own half and powered into opposition territory before slamming a 25-yard strike into the net. The stunning goal sent the lads on their way to promotion and forever etched Embleton's name into the history books. Following his departure, he said, Sunderland has been my life since I joined at the age of 6. Growing up, I used to go to games at the Stadium of Light with my family and dream that one day I would be fortunate enough to play a first-team game. Words will never be able to describe that feeling when it happened, but not just that, to score in the playoff final at Wembley is something I will never forget. I am proud to have played a small part in Sunderland's history, but now is the right time to move on. I will forever be a Sunderland fan, and I look forward to coming to games as a supporter soon. To the many people behind the scenes who helped me along the way, and to the fans, thank you. Christian Speakman said, Elliot has been an incredible player for our club. I'm sure that when he first walked through the Academy of Light doors, aged 6, he couldn't have envisaged scoring such a historic goal as the one he did at Wembley Stadium in the 2022 playoff final. His efforts and the efforts of those who supported him throughout his Sunderland journey made that dream a reality. Elliot's attitude, desire to improve and focus on football means he also departs as a superb role model for our next generation of our academy players. The last 18 months have been tough for him, and at this stage of his career, when he needs to play regularly, this is a fantastic opportunity for him at a club he knows well. Elliot will always be welcome at the Stadium of Light, and we wish him the very best of luck for the future. All associated with SAFC thank Elliot for his contribution to the club and wish him well in the next chapter of his career. Go well, Embo. And again, I just wish him all the very best. And as it said there in the statement, he's familiar with Blackpool, so it's an easy transition for him. The fans there already know him and what he's about. And again, I just hope he's over the injuries. And again, as it said in the statement there, and as I mentioned earlier, I just think at this age now, if it was 2 or 3 years ago, I think I would be a little bit more annoyed because I think, right, okay, he's still young. He's still got a bit of time to grow into it. But at this age, when he's had the severity of the injuries that he has had and the amount of injuries he's had, we can't keep on giving one player so many chances. And then, again, it's not his fault. We can't keep giving him so many chances just to get injured again. But I really, really hope that he's over it now and he absolutely smashes it at Bloomfield Road. And he goes with my best wishes anyway. So yes, farewell, Embo. It's sad to see one of your own go. It always is. But it's definitely for the best, not just for him, but for the club as well. I think it's probably the right time. But that is everything, guys. Farewell, Embo. All the best. What do you guys think? Do you think it was right to let him go? Do you think we should have maybe give him a bit more game time and maybe see what he could do this season? But I just think, again, he needs game time. He's not going to get it here. He might have the odd appearance here off the bench. I just don't think at this point in his career it would be best suited for him to stay. But again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. But if you've enjoyed, hit the like button for me. It'd be massively appreciated. And subscribe if you're new. But take care and stay jamming.